Oh.
I don't believe you know my sister, Mrs. Seddon, do you?
Oh, you're the one that's always having a picture in the paper for National Savings.
Oh, very nice of
Yes,
you.
I've noticed. Never the same dance frock twice. You got a medal from London too, didn't you?
Well...
But then your husband's on the council, isn't he? Yes.
Mrs. Sharples, I'm afraid we've got to talk to you.
Oh, we can't stand here then. Well, what do you want to talk to me about?
I'm sorry, but it's not a very pleasant subject.
I was wondering why you brought her. Are you really official?
I hold no civic rank whatsoever.
But you've come to intimidate me, I can tell by your hats.
I didn't come
You
here
just were always a big lot for family top show. Funny, really, seeing that you both came from a paper shop.
Mrs. Sharples...
The committee feel...
Pardon?
Well, that was what you were going to say, isn't it?
Well, as a matter of fact...
Yes, it was. Well...
The committee feels...
Well, you've said that. I've said that bit for you. But if you'd learnt it, Pat, don't let me stop you.
Mrs. Sharples, I can see that you're a woman of the world, like me.
Am I? I don't quite know how to take that.
My sister is deeply involved in the running of this hall.
Well, I mean to say she's never done anything else, has she? Speaking as women of the world.
What Nora... What Mrs. Seddon is trying to say...
Well, go on, you say it for her.
You started a malicious rumour.
Hardly worth their while bringing you, was it? What rumour?
You know. Anyway, you've got to go.
Oh, yes. When?
We didn't think you'd accept it like this.
Didn't you? Mrs. expecting another medal from the Queen. God bless her in a minute now. If there was any of your committee big enough, they'd like to shoot me, wouldn't they?
A week.
And who do you think you're going to get to do it?
I shall cope for the time being.
I'm glad of it. That little baby linen shop isn't doing as well as it might, is it? Layettes is a thing of the past.
There's no need to descend to low insults.
I don't know anything to low enough to insult you with. You're too low to insult. Go on, get. Go on, get.
Oh, I don't...
Get out! I'm only human. But I wish I was in heaven.
Evening.
Pint of bitter.
Pardon?
You heard, I don't boil my cabbages twice.
Suppose you know your own mind.
You might be wondering, Mrs. Walker, why one of your best mild and brown ale customers is suddenly hitting the draft bitter. Well, I'll tell you, my world has fallen in ruins.
Oh dear, that'll be 1 and 4.
1 and 4. And you mean to tell me people pay that much for draft beer every day in the week?
They do.
Well, all I can say is I hope it's not habit forming. On your feet, Minnie Caldwell.
I don't want to fight with anybody.
Well, you'll be straight in one if you don't get up out of my seat. I've got the sack.
Ena, no.
Yes. Well, they say war brings out the best in people and shows you who your true friends are. Which one of you's going to have me?